Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this video, we will solve paper 4 extended, May June 2022, 2 hours 30 minutes. That's the time taken for the whole paper given to you in the exam, version 43. So let's start reading first question. Here's a part of a bus timetable. You are given the bus timetable. You have 5 cities, and from each city you have 3 buses can leave. 3 buses can leave from each city. You are given the time taken for each bus to arrive from first city to the second city. For example, Abbott's, you have 3 buses. One will leave at 6:50, another will leave at 8:25, another one will leave at 9:20, and the time taken for each one to reach the other city is also stated in the table. For example, the bus which can leave at 6:50 from Abbott's, it arrives at Khaled at 7:12. It arrives at Northmore at 7:30, and so on. So that was a quick explanation of the table. Question A. Rashid catches 9:20 bus at Abbott's. Find the time the bus arrives at Southmore. So it leaves at 9:20. It arrives at 10:07. So this is very easy, straightforward. You can write it directly. You can write it here directly in the answer space. It arrives at 10:07. Okay. Next question. Now here you are given Anisa leaves home at 8:27 a.m. and takes 25 minutes to walk to the bus stop at Khaled. She catches the next bus to Center Point. Find the total time in minutes for her journey from leaving home to arriving at Center Point. So since she left at 8:27 from home and took 25 minutes to walk to the bus stop, she cannot go with the first bus, 7:12. Also, she cannot have the second bus, 8:47, because if you add 8:27 plus 25 minutes, you get 8:52. So she has to wait until she takes the bus of 9:42. Now the time taken from for the bus to arrive at Center Point, you can calculate it. 10:30 minus 9:42. Let's subtract. So here you need to subtract 10:30. So 10:30. That's the time at which the bus arrives at Center Point, minus 9:42. 9:42. So how do you subtract this? 30 minutes minus 40 minutes cannot be subtracted. That's why you need to do trading. So you take 1 hour from here, give it here, give it to minutes. Instead of 30, now you have 90. So 90 minus 42, 10 minus 2, you get 8. And 9 minus 4 becomes 8 minus 4, get 4. And here you have 10 minus 9. Here you write 9 minus 9, 0. So it took her, the journey took her 48 minutes. So that is 48 minutes for the bus to arrive. But what are we supposed to do now is to add the time from 10:30 to you have to add 8:27. So you have to add 25 plus 50 plus 48. So you have to add all the time, 48. That's the time taken for the bus to arrive. So you have to add 48 plus 25 minutes, the time from leaving home until she arrived at the bus station, plus 50, and that will give you 123. So 123 minutes. Now next question. The distance from Abbott to center point is 29.4 kilometers. The distance from Abbott to center point is 29.4 kilometers. Each bus takes the same time for the journey. Calculate the average speed for the bus for this journey. Give your answer in kilometer per hour. Okay, now average speed is equal to total distance over total time. Speed equal distance over time. The distance is given to us in the question, 29.4 kilometers divided by the time. Now, how do you find the time? Each bus takes the same time for the journey. If you look at the table, from Abbott to center point, from 6:50 to 8 o'clock, this will be 1 hour and 10 minutes. So you can write 1 hour plus 10 minutes. Of course, 10 should be divided by 60 in order to make it kilometer per hour, because here at the top you have kilometer, at the bottom here the denominator should be in hours. Now be careful to divide by 60 in order to get the answer in kilometer per hour. Now on the calculator you get the answer 25.2 kilometers per hour. 25.2 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's move now to next question. Okay, now this is a ratio question. Let's read it. In this question, you are given on one journey, all the 56 seats on the bus are filled. The ratio of adults to children on this journey is adults to children 5 to 3. The cost of an adult ticket is 2.80. The cost of a child ticket is 3/4 of an adult ticket. Work out the total cost of tickets for this journey. So here you have to do two things. First of all, you have to find number of adults and number of children. And here you use the ratio which is given to you in the question, 5 to 3. So the ratio is 5 to 3. First step, you can add the ratio. You get 8. Now here, the total number of seats is 56. How many adults? We don't know. Let's label it A. How many child? We don't know. Let's label it C. Then you do cross multiply like this. If you cross multiply like this, you get number of children. And then if you cross multiply again, like this, you get number of adults. So let's do that. Children is equal to 56 times 3. 56 times 3 divided by 8. And this will be on the calculator 21. And then you do the same thing. 56, number of adults, A, equal 56 times 5 divided by 8. 56 by 8, 7 times 5, you get 35. So you have 35 adults and 21 child. Now to continue, you multiply number of adults by the price for one ticket. So here the price of one ticket is 2.80 and adults 35. So 35 times 2.80, that's the price of the adults tickets, plus number of children is 21. 21 times the price of one child ticket. Now you are given here the cost of a child ticket is 3/4 of the adult cost, which means the price is 3/4 times the adult ticket, which is 2.80 or 2.8. Now on the calculator, you type this on the calculator and you get the total price. So the total will be $142. $142. Okay, like this we finished solving first question. Let's now see second one. Question number 2 is transformation question. So in this question you are given this diagram. You have two triangles A and T. Question number 1. Draw the image of triangle T after reflection in the line y equal x. So let's go to the graph and draw the line of reflection. Line of reflection is y equal x. So how do you draw y equal x? The mirror line y equal x passes through 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So it passes through 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and so on. Which means the line of reflection also passes through -1, -1, -2, -2, like this. So that is the line of reflection. Of course, you need to draw it by a ruler. Okay, now draw the image of triangle T after the reflection in this line. Triangle T, here is shaded triangle. Now you need to reflect it in this line. So you count same distance from the triangle T to the line to the other side also, same distance. So -1, 2, it becomes at 2 -1 here. -4, 3, it becomes at 4 at 3 -4. Let's see. It becomes here at this point. And -4, 2, it becomes at 2 -4, 2 becomes at 2 -4, and -4, 3 becomes at 3 -4 here. Now you connect, you get the triangle. Okay, here you have to pay attention. This distance should be equal to this distance, and this distance should be equal to this distance. and so on. So that is the reflection. Now let's see next question. Draw the image of triangle T after translation by vector -1, 3. Triangle T, vector -1, 3 means take it -1 to the left, 3 up. So let's see that triangle. You have to take it by vector, translated by vector -1, 3. So you have to do each point -1 to the left, 3 up. Be careful to the scale, each 2 squares is 1 unit. So -1 here, 3, you count 1, 2, 3. So the first point becomes here. Here's first point. Let's take this point, -1, 1, 2, 3. This point becomes here. Now this point, -1, 1, 2, 3, it becomes here. Now you connect, of course using a ruler in the exam. Like this you got the translation -1, 3. Next question now. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T onto A. T onto A. Clearly, if you look at the diagram, T onto A, this is enlargement. You have to mention scale factor and center. So this is scale. This is enlargement. Scale factor is dividing new over old. So here, once the size has changed, it's enlargement. Scale factor, you divide this side, new side over old side, new over old, or side of image over side of object. So if you divide new side over old side, you get 1.5 here divided by 1, so scale factor 1.5. But because the object has been flipped, this is negative enlargement. So you say enlargement scale factor is -1.5. Now, in order to find the center of enlargement, you connect between points and images. So, for example, you connect between this point and this point, and also between this point and this point. Clearly, it passes through 0, 3. So here you can see enlargement. Remember to have 3 descriptions. First one is enlargement, scale factor -1.5, center 0, 3. So be careful, here you have 3 marks. So you have to say enlargement, scale factor, -1.5. Whenever the center of enlargement is between the object and the image, the scale factor is negative. Center of enlargement, also you have to write the center, is where the lines meet, 0, 3. So this is here 3 marks. For each description you have 1 mark. Now let's read next one. A quadrilateral P is enlarged by a scale factor 1.2 to give quadrilateral Q. The area of quadrilateral P is 20. Calculate the area of the quadrilateral Q. Always, whenever we have enlargement, this is called, what you get is similar to the new quadrilateral. So the new quadrilateral is similar to the original. So here you have similarity. And in case you have similarity, when you divide length 1 by length 2 squared, you can say is equal to area 1 by area 2. This rule is very important in case you have similarity, and enlargement here means similarity. When you enlarge something, it makes it similar to the original. Now the scale factor is 1.2, which means if you divide the new over old, you get 1.2. So 1.2 is the scale factor. So to get the area of the new, you multiply, you can do cross multiply. So 1.2 squared equal area of the small over area of the big, area 1 over area 2. And we have area 2. We have the area, which is 20. Now you can cross multiply 1.2 squared times 20. You get 28.8. So here 28.8. Okay, now let's move to next question. The table shows the number of tigers reported to be living in the wild in year 2014 in some countries. You are given a table in the number of tigers in India, Indonesia, Nepal, Bangladesh. Using the table, find the number of tigers in Nepal as percentage of number of tigers in Bangladesh. So this is very easy. Number of tigers in each one is given to you. You just need to find the percentage. So if you go to the table, find the number of tigers in Nepal as percentage of number of tigers in Bangladesh. This means Nepal over Bangladesh times 100. So Nepal is 189. Here 189 in Nepal, 198 divided by Bangladesh 106 times 100. Okay, then on the calculator you write the answer here. Question B, find the ratio of tigers in Bangladesh, tigers in Indonesia, tigers in India, giving the answer in simplest form. This is a ratio question. It's very easy. Just write the numbers, then simplify them. So let's write the numbers. Tigers in Bangladesh, you have 106. 2 tigers in Indonesia, you have 371. And tigers in India, you have 2226. Now here you have to divide the 3 numbers, divide them by the same number. I will divide all of them by 53. So over 53, over 53, 53. Now somebody will say, how do we know 53? Because 106 is twice 53, so you can easily discover that you can divide by 53. And then you get the answers 2 to 7 to 42. So you write it here, 2 to 7 to 42. On the calculator, get the answer. Okay. Next question. 5 years later, the number of tigers reported in India was 2967. Find the percentage increase in the population of the tigers in India. Now, the original number in India, it was 2226. So here you can do, so original number was 2226. The new number is 2967. Here you do difference over original to find percentage increase or decrease. You can do difference over original times 100. Difference means minus, so let's subtract 2967 minus 2226 over the original number, which is 2226 times 100. Then you write the answer in the answer space. Next question now. The number of tigers in India in the year 2014 is approximately 30.48% greater than the year 2010. Find the number of tigers in India in the year 2010. So in 2010 we don't know what was it. It was X. Then it has increased by 30.48%. So X plus 30.48 percent X original plus percent times original equal the new what was it? Let's see. The number of tigers in India in the year 2014 is approximately 30.48 greater than. Okay, so let's go to the table. In 2014 in India it was 2226, so write it here, 2226. Then you solve for X. How do you solve this question? This is an algebra question now. You can solve it here. Here you have 1 plus 30.48. You get 1.3048x. Also you can do same denominator and add. So adding on the calculator these numbers, this and this on the calculator gives you this number. You get 2226. Then divide both sides of the equation by 1.3048. 1.3048. Cancel these, and the answer on the calculator, you write it here, you get the number. Question B now. At the start of June, a hive has a population of 2,000 bees. 3 months later, after the start of June, the hive has a population of 2662 bees. The population of this hive can be calculated by the formula P equal A B to the X, where P is the population of the hive X months later after the start of June. By finding the value of A and B, calculate the population of the hive 7 months after the start of June. Give your answer correct to the nearest integer. Okay. At the start means you can plug 0 for X and you can plug 2000 bees for P. So let's do that. 2000 here for P and 0 for X. A times B to the power of 0. Any number to the power of 0 is 1, so B to the power of 0 becomes 1. So 2000 equal A times 1. And A times 1 equal A. This means A equal 2000. Like this, we found A. Okay, now to find B, what do you do? Also, let's plug in the equation. Let's see what we have to do here. After finding A, you are given here now 3 months later, means X has become 3. After the start of June, the hive has population 2662. I can plug now 2662 for P and 3 for X, and of course 2000 for A. So now I have population 2662 and X is 3. So remember, the original formula was this: P equal A, B to the X. Now here 20, 26. One second, let me check. 2662. 26 62 equal, we found A, it was 2000, B to the power of 3. Now we have to find B. So you divide both sides, here and here, by 2000, 2000. Cancel this and this. Now you can do cube root for both sides. Cube root here and cube root here to cancel the cube. Then you get B is equal to, now you do here the cube root of this amount. We get okay, the number that we get for B on the calculator, we have to use it to continue solving. Now let's see what we have to do. By finding the value of A and B, calculate the population of the hive 7 months after the start. 7 months after the start means X has become 7 now. So to continue, X now is 7, and you have to find the population. So now the population, we don't have it, but X is 7. So as we said, A is 2000. B is the number that we got here. We have it. So B, we have it. And here, 7. Number of month is 7. So what you found here, you write it for B in this position. Okay? Then on the calculator, you get the answer. Let's see now next question. Question number 4. A regular 12-sided polygon has side length 6 cm. Show that one interior angle of the polygon is 150. Okay, this is easy. One interior angle is equal to n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. N means number of sides. So if you plug that on the calculator, n is 12-sided polygon, 12 minus 2 times 150 times 180, all of them divided by number of sides again, which is 12. So you get 150. On the calculator, you get 150, Like this, we prove that the angle is 150. Now to continue, the polygon is enclosed by a circle center O, so that each vertex touches the circumference of the circle, so that the radius OA of the circle is 11.6 correct to one decimal place. So you have to prove that the radius is 11.6. So how do you do that? First of all, you need to divide here. If you draw triangles inside this 12-sided polygons, if you draw triangles like these, there will be 12 triangles. And we know that the central angle here, the whole angle, is 360. So if you divide 360 by 12 angles in the center, by 12, you get 30. So here you have 30. So the angle here is 30. Okay. After finding the angle, we need to find the other two angles here. This is an isosceles triangle. So 180 minus 30, you get 150. So each angle here will be 75. So let's take this angle. It is 75. And also same thing, this is 75. Now, in order to continue finding the radius OB, for example, I'll draw this length here at right angle. In this case, I will have here 3, and I need to find, so here I have 3. I need to find the radius OB. So I can do Sohcahtawa in the triangle OB. Let's label here, for example, X. So if you do Sohcahtawa, you can say cosine 75 equal adjacent, which is bx, which is 3, over hypotenuse, which we don't know, which is OB, or the radius. Let's write R. Now if you cross multiply, you can get, if you rearrange this equation, R is equal to 3 divided by cosine 75. And you get exactly as required. The length is 11.6. So you got 11.6, and you proved that the radius is 11.6. Now let's see next question. Okay, show that the radius, we did that. Now calculate the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle formula, you have to memorize it. Okay, circumference equal 2 pi r. So circumference equal 2 pi r, which is 2 pi times the radius circumference equal 2 times pi times the radius, which is 11.6, and that's what we have found. Then you get the answer 72.8. Like this, you found the circumference. Next question now. Find the perimeter of the shaded region. Find the perimeter of the shaded minor segment formed by the chord AB. So the chord AB was this. That's the chord AB. Perimeter means you have to add the length of arc AB plus the length of the segment AB. Segment AB plus arc AB. So let's add them. So that is the required. Perimeter means AB segment plus the arc AB. You have to add both of them. Segment AB is given in the question. It is 6. We need to find the arc. Length of arc formula 2 pi r times the angle at the center. Let's label it theta over 360. The angle theta means the angle at the center, which is here, which is 30 in our situation. And we know that the radius is 11.6. Now you can plug the information in the equation. So length of arc is equal to pi from the calculator times theta 30 over 360. Okay, now plus the answer that you get, you add it to the segment AB, which is 6. So let's write here, plus 6, and let's write here perimeter, and the answer will be 2 pi r. Here we have to write r. We forgot to write r. R is here 11.6 here. R is here 11.6. So now you get the answer on the calculator, 806. Next question. The regular 12-sided polygon is the cross section of a prism of length 2 cm. Calculate the volume of the prism. Sorry, here's the answer is different. It's not 806. The perimeter will be on the calculator. You calculate on the calculator, you get the answer. Let's leave it to you to calculate it. The regular 12-sided polygon is the cross section of a prism of length 12 cm. Calculate the volume of the prism. Volume of any prism is a cross-sectional area times length. So let's write it here. Volume equal cross-sectional area cross-section times length. That's the volume of any prism. Okay, now the area, the cross-sectional area is the area of one triangle times 12. Then you multiply it by the length of the prism, which is 2. So the cross-sectional area is area of a single triangle. Remember the triangle was like that. Here you have 11.6. And here you have 11.6. And the angle is 30. So area of one triangle is half times AB sin C, or half times side times side times sine angle between them. So area of triangle equal half AB sine C. So now I want to find the volume. As we said, volume is cross-sectional area, which is 12 triangles like this one. So I will multiply area of single triangle, half times 11.6 times 11.6, half times side times sine times sine 30. That's the area of one triangle, times 12, because we have 12 triangle, times the height, which is 2 centimeters, or the length of the prism, which is 2 centimeters. So like this, you got the volume. Next question, number 5. The time t minutes taken by each of 80 people to travel to work is recorded. The table shows information about these times. The question here is about the write down the class interval containing the median. Class interval containing the median, we divide 80 by 2. Median means middle value. So we divide 80 divided by 2, you get 40. So now you count 3 plus 10, 3 plus 7, 10, plus 18, 28. Clearly, the value number 40 lies in the interval from 20 to 35. So you write here 20 and here 35. Next question, calculate an estimate of the mean. This is very regular question in IGCSE paper 4. Always it has 4 marks. To do that, first step, I have to find the midpoint of each interval. So the midpoint of each interval, you add 0 plus 5 divided by 2, you get 2.5. So here 2.5. 5 plus 10 divided by 2, you get 7.5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, you get 15. 20 plus 35 divided by 2, and so on. So you get all midpoints. Then you do the following. You have to do midpoint times frequency. So midpoint times frequency, mean equal. So mean equal. Midpoint, first midpoint is 2.5. Times frequency, which is 3, plus second midpoint 7.5 times frequency, which is 7, plus third midpoint is 15 times frequency, which is 18, plus, and so on, divided by total frequency, which is 3 plus 7 plus 18 plus etc. On the calculator, you get the mean and you take 4 marks. And this question was very easy. Let's move now to next one. Question now BI. One of these 80 people is chosen at random. Find the probability that this person took longer than 10 minutes to travel to work. Give your answer as a fraction. Okay. Find probability that this person took longer than 10. Let's go to the table and see how many took longer than 10. longer than 10, you have to add 18 plus 28 plus 24. Then you divide by 80. So these people took longer than 10. So let's write it here. So 18 plus 28 plus 24 divided by 80. You simplify it on the calculator, you get 7 over 8. Always write your answers in probability in simplest form. Next question. Two people are chosen at random from those taking 20 minutes or less to travel to work. Calculate the probability that one of these people took 5 minutes or less and the other took more than 5 minutes. Okay, let's count how many took 5 minutes or less and how many took more than 5. So let's go back again to the table and let's see how many took less than 5. 3 took less than 5. So the question is saying to you, took 5 minutes or less and the other took more than 5 minutes. How many took more than 5 minutes? So if you count, you find out of 28, we are choosing out of 28 in the question, 2 people chosen at random from taking 20 minutes. From taking 20 minutes or less means we are choosing out of 18 plus 7 plus 3. Out of these, how many took less than 5 minutes? 3. How many took more than 5? 25. So now you do 3 over 28. 3 over 28 times 25 over 27. And because you need to also change them, so you multiply by 2 and then you get the answer on the calculator. 75 over on the calculator you get 25 over 126. Okay, let's now see next question. Use a frequency table on page 8 to complete the cumulative frequency table. Okay, to complete the cumulative frequency table, you look at the original table here, frequency table. Less than 5, you have 3. Less than 10, you add 3 plus 7, you get 10. Less than 20, you add 3 plus 7 plus 18. Less than 35, you add 3 plus 7 plus 18 plus 28, and so on. So here you have to do the same thing. You go to the table. Less than 5, you have 3. Less than 10, you have 7. Less than 20, you add them. 3 plus 7 plus 18, you get 28. You do the same thing for the other one, and you get 56. Next, we want you here to plot on the grid, draw the cumulative frequency diagram to show the information, which means here you need to plot the points that you got on the table. You plot them here on the diagram. So let's see what are the points we need to plot. 5, 3, 10, 10, 20, 28, 35, 56, 60, 80. After plotting these points, you get the graph. So let's start plotting. First one is 5, 3. So when you plot 5, 3, 5 here and 3 here, estimated. It means almost here. Almost here. Then the other point is 10, 10. 10, 10 is here. Then the other point is 20, 28. So 20, 28 is almost here. Then the other point is 35, 56. 35, 56. Is almost here. 35, 56 is almost here. Then last point is 60, 80. 60, 80 is here. Now you connect them. You get the graph. Next question. Find an estimate of the 80th percentile. Okay, you take the highest point on the graph, which is 80, and then you multiply it by 80%. 80th means 80%. So 80% times 80, you can get 64. Then you go to 64 on the y-axis. Draw a horizontal line at 64. Here, almost here 64, by using a ruler. Draw a horizontal line at 64. Then go to the graph and read it down here on the x-axis. So the 80th percentile occurs at 64. So you can estimate, for example, 45 is the 80th percentile. So read here, 45 is the 80th percentile. Find an estimate of the percentage of people who took longer than 45 minutes to travel to work. Show your working. Who took longer than 45 minutes. You go to the graph again, and you want to estimate people who took more than 45 minutes. So let's erase this. Okay. More than 45, you go to 45 here. Then you draw a vertical line at 45. Then a horizontal line again here. Then you subtract highest value minus the value that you got here. Let's say the value that you got is 64. So you subtract highest value minus 64. And like this, you solve the question. Okay, as percentage, you write your value that you got on the y-axis as out of 80 times 100. Then you write the answer here. Of course, here in the mark scheme, there is a range. You can, if you get it in the range, you get the answer. So what's important is to show your work on the diagram. Okay. Here we have an algebra question, number 6. Question number 6. Simplify. A minus 3a is negative 2a. Minus b plus 7b plus 5b. And that's it. Next question, expand and simplify. Multiply 4 by the bracket. You get 4x minus 20 minus 3 plus 2x. This is expanding the bracket. 4x plus 2x, you get 6x minus 23. Like this, you found, you expand and you simplify. Next one. Write as a single fraction in simplest form. Single fraction in simplest form. So first step, I have to make same denominator. Multiply this by x minus 5 and this by 2x up and down. So you get 6x over 2x times x minus 5 minus 7 multiplied by x minus 5 over same thing 2x times x minus 5. Now since they have same denominator, we can combine them into a single fraction. At the bottom you have 2x times x minus 5, leave it as it is, don't expand it. At the top here you have 6x minus 7x plus 35. Now you continue simplifying. Six x minus 7x, you get minus 1x or minus x simply plus 35 over the denominator, which is 2x times x minus 3. Like this, you solve this algebraic question. Next question here, question D. We're saying to you, solve. So, in order to solve this question, we start by cross multiplying. If you cross multiply 13 minus 4x times 1, you get the same thing. 13 minus 4x is equal to 18 minus 3x. Now take the x variables to one side and the numbers to constant number to another side. You get 13 minus 18 is equal to negative 3x plus 4x. Then 13 minus 18, you get minus 5 is equal to x. And that's the answer, x equal minus 5. Next question. This is also a very regular question in paper 4. Make x the subject of the formula. I will start by cross multiplying. So I get xy is equal to 5p minus 10x. So this is called cross multiply. Next, I want x the subject. Take 10x to the left. xy plus 10x equal 5p. Now, from here, you can factorize x outside bracket. X times y plus 10 equal 5p Then divide both sides by y plus 10, y plus 10. Cancel these. You get x equal 5p over y plus 10, and that is x, the subject. Okay, dear students, we continue the rest of the paper in part 2. I will also try to continue solving the rest of the questions in easy way in part 2. Thank you very much indeed.